Hello everybody, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. And last time, we kind of got to the end, we thought, anyway. And I thought we had made all the right choices. The Mexicans killed the Chileans because they were upset about it, and they collapsed the mine on top of the Chileans. But it turns out that that's wrong. So I was wrong the whole time. They must be in the lake. So let's choose another ending. Do you really want to replay the conclusion? The game will load before the moral choice is made. Yes, let's do that. So we're going to go back. We're going to change our minds a bit. I'm going to look at, see what the other option would be if it were in. So let's change this up here. Let's change this up. So this is what we currently have, is that the Mexicans were angry at the Chileans, so the Mexicans made a trap and trapped the Chileans in it, and they concealed them in the mines, which is wrong. So let's try doing the let's say it is sunk. So this all changes. I'm going to leave these the same because I don't think it has anything to do with Mr. Robinson. That just doesn't make sense. Concealment. The mines were collapsed to hide the train. The mines were collapsed with dynamite. Somebody wanted to close them intentionally. So, sabotage. Okay. So, quickly, let's go back. I need to look at the map and see where we would be at if it were dumped. So it would be here at the Doncaster station, and it would be somewhere out there in the nothingness. So if it were dumped here, then it did pass the Chesterfield station. And okay. So let's take a look back at here. Let's see. Could be sunk barges. Rode into the mine. Somebody stole the rails to temporarily cover the missing section of the old railway to the flooded quarry. So that's what that would be. And then missed train passed through Chesterfield Station despite us what we thought. So that's going to create that, which creates that. It has to be sunk. Has been sunk. Mexican trap. Mexicans drowned the Chileans. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sank the train in the flooded quarry to hide their crimes. The Mexicans' inhumanity towards the Chileans has cost many lives. I'm still going to stick with that, but we're going to go with this because technically this actually makes more sense, because at the beach and at the theft site where they tore down that building that had extra rails and stuff in it was the same vehicle. And they were both carrying something very heavy. So it makes sense that this is what would have happened, I guess. We're gonna hope maybe we did the right thing. Let's go blind justice again, because I don't want to get Mycroft into this. I'm sure we're gonna get wrangled into something later, and I don't want to do that. Confirm your moral choice. Fingers crossed.
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but I know that look. You have your own ideas. What are they, Holmes?
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process.
Yes.
And possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit.
And we don't want that.
Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade.
Who we like.
The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal.
Which would be bad.
All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
We can handle that.
Just go home then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barkazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh, no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
Huh. You may rest assured that I have a far better idea.
But
we have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
But wouldn't that make sense to go diving? I mean, it'd help out the case, right?
Well, the case is solved, and we shall be heading home. And may we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through, then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye. All right. Let's see if we can get this on the first shot. I couldn't do it before. I didn't understand. They're just like, shoot him, and I couldn't shoot him. But maybe this time I can do it right. Maybe I can get him in the head, which would be a really bad idea, because then we can't prove anything, right? Oh, Sherlock.
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
Yeah, got it. Haha. Oh. He looked like a sad puppy dog.
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my God! I thought I was a dead man.
You still
You shouldn't
died
be
3
so
times
glad about
previously.
it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room, and not with you wearing a blindfold.
No. All right. Fingers crossed, everybody. If we didn't get it this time, we're not going to try it again. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to we'll deal with it later. So, did we get it? Yes! We got it. Okay. It was carefully planned murder. The Mexicans killed the Chileans and sank the train to hide their crime. The dam breach was played to their advantage. They used their own barges to keep the train on the run for a few seconds, then sank it in the flooded quarry. The railway tracks were removed to hide the crime. The Mexicans' inhumanity towards them. So wait, what? The dam breach was played to their advantage. They used their own barges to keep the train on the run for a few seconds and then sank it. So they made train tracks with their barges? Weird. Cool. Very inventive. Accept decision. I know. Your ranking, personal ranking, neutral. People solved the case the same way, 66%. People made the same moral choice, 35%. Ugh. So, most people thought the same thing as I did. Our next mystery, bloodbath. See what this one's all about. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's a good one.
Holmes, what happened?
What the hell?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
What the hell? Sherlock, what is wrong with you? Examine pupil.
Pupil is dilated.
Ooh. Forehead.
The temperature appears to be normal.
Okay, so he doesn't have a fever. Measure heartbeat.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Okay. Start the stopwatch. Oh.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Do I have to hit it every time?
A weak pulse. Around 50 beats per minute.
Oh. I have no idea what we're doing.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and Datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
Good day, Inspector.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the Chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the bath, but... what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Alright, everybody. We're gonna go solve another murder. But we will do that next time.